Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. What we're going to be talking about today is what people are seeing, experiencing, and dealing with in everyday life when it comes to prepping, okay? And it could be past, present, future, whatever. If you would like to send in pictures or video or, you know, whatever you're finding, please send it in. Email me, okay? And I'll make sure it gets in one of my videos, all right? So this first email comes in from a community member, and she says, please remind your listeners to check the discount aisles for inexpensive, discontinued items for their barter stash that don't take up too much space. Having a long shelf life and will be highly desirable or necessary in an SHTF situation. For example, at the local Family Dollar store, there are deeply discounted small items like socks, soaps, lotions, condoms. Also, people may want to fill in tiny Ziploc baggies beforehand in preparation for small barter amounts of like salt, sugar, flour, rice, etc. Those are really great ideas. Thank you very much for emailing me. And now for a commercial break. And then a community member sent me an email saying that I should be ashamed of how I constantly pick on Potato and Jean-Pierre. They are two of the most hard-working members of our government. And that he sent me these pictures. I am ashamed. I shall hang my head in embarrassment. Oh. And then another community member wrote in and said that she was scrolling through YouTube and saw a video of massive orange crops being dumped because of slight blemishes on the skin. Yeah. And she said, this is nuts, especially after the reports about shortages in California and Florida. Yeah. And the prices have actually skyrocketed because of those shortages. Yeah. She said, nothing wrong with the fruit and the juicers. Didn't want the crops either. She said, the video info below if you care to share the info on your channel. The title is Truckloads of Healthy Fruit Gone to Waste. Huh. Oh, okay, I found the video. It's 5 minutes and 43 seconds long. So if you want to watch it, I'll put it in. Oh, I mean, it's really interesting and it's really sad, honestly. It's so sad. So, no, you know what? I will just leave but it's a Facebook link, and I know that a lot of you guys don't have Facebook. Here you go.
They should have been on their way to the supermarket, but instead truckloads of healthy oranges are being dumped in piles around the country. The growers and farmers say there's an easy way to stop it.
1,500 semi-trailers have so far dumped good fruit in graveyards like this around the country.
Have you ever seen a year like this?
Never.
Vito Mansiri is a third-generation orange farmer from Griffith in the New South Wales Riverina and chairman of the local co-op.
You know, I had growers call me up crying, not wanting to go in their orchards for weeks.
La Nina has not been kind to our farmers. Wet weather and hail has wreaked havoc on our fruit bowl staple, resulting in orange skins being a little bubbly and others with pockmarks.
Superficial damage, you know, the hail comes along and creates a little divot in the fruit. You know, a little tiny mark, usually less than a 5-cent piece.
Gotcha.
And with the rain causes a condition called albedo breakdown or puffy skin. So you might see like little lumps in the skin.
Yep.
But the actual fruit itself, untouched.
So what's that like inside?
Let's have a look.
Boy, it's got plenty of juice in it.
Perfect.
To me, that looks fine.
Mate, you're not going to get much better than that.
Farmers say fussy shoppers and supermarkets around the wet east coast of Australia have caused all this dumping.
Superficial damage that's just gone through with the weather that we've had and it's just created very unattractive fruit.
This lot was recently rejected by a major supermarket chain in Sydney and returned back to the farmer only to be dumped. All because customers didn't like the look of it. When the supermarkets are sending the truckloads back to you here at the farm, that must be heartbreaking.
You know, it comes a point of time we've got to realise that something superficial, like a little mark on an orange, is not going to take away from the flavour.
Is the problem consumers want pretty fruit?
You know, everybody wants something pretty, especially the dollars that are charged now by our supermarkets. I can tell you we're getting fractions of those sort of returns on our orchard.
So on this farm here, Brady, I reckon there's about 600 bins on the ground or left on the trees, and the dollar value would be easily somewhere around 150,000.
Orange farmer Bart Briganti has chosen not to dump, but hack his fruit into the ground simply because
No one wants them.
Majority has gone to the cows or just dumped in a paddock somewhere.
while citrus farmer Chris Shripper has dumped some. He counts himself lucky that overstocked juice factories agreed to buy a little of his crop, but it cost him more to send it to them.
Anywhere between $100 and $120 a tonne. So
And how much are you getting for juicing?
60, 65 at tops.
And to do that, he and other farmers had to pay the fruit pickers, who are doing all right.
The best of them, at least $500 a day.
Just to pick it, we're over $100 to pick it. Freighting it, it could be up to $100 on top, so a tonne. So the cheapest option you've got is to cut it off and then strip it to the ground.
When someone goes into the supermarket, they don't want to see that. But we've sort of got to re-educate ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, look, to aim for perfect pieces of fruit, that comes at a cost.
Some, though, are embracing the ugly fruit.
Today in the truck we've got about 25 tonnes of oranges, which is about 100,000 oranges in total.
Two mates, both called Josh, set up Farmer's Pick. They source unwanted fruit and veg with slight blemishes and sell it for 30% less than supermarkets to online customers, like Michelle and Cameron.
It's more than just the money sort of side of it. It's the amount of food that we're saving from waste.
Are you the amazing, awesome, beautiful humans? I love it, and I love that they're going to go to fill hungry bellies filled with nutrition, vitamin C.
Other unwanted stock is being sent and graciously received to charities such as Oz Harvest,
Okay, tuck in.
who will give it to those who are struggling financially. Founder Ronnie Khan.
As Harvest is rescuing the equivalent of 250 tonnes of food a week.
It's awesome to know that guys like Oz Harvest can do something with it and get it out to families that need it.
But the vast majority of good, juicy oranges this season is going to waste. Not that Bart's dog minds.
Crazy, isn't it? Meanwhile, we're paying top dollar for oranges right now as the short supply of unblemished fruit has sent prices soaring.
And now for a commercial break. And here's another video for you that was sent in by a community member, and it is about Saudi Arabia and this new infrastructure community that they're building called The Line. And it's wicked. It really is. Take a look at this.
Saudi Arabia shocking the world. They recently revealed their new metropolis, which is named The Line. The entire city will be piled up to a height of 500 meters. That surpasses the Empire State Building in height. It will span 170 kilometers over the desert, which would require walking for almost 40 hours to complete. There will be a mirror-like glass wall surrounding the entire city. In this Line city, 9 million people are expected to reside. This city won't have any automobiles. They will substitute AI transportation systems instead. They claim that it takes less than 20 minutes to travel anywhere in the city. In this one city, people will spend the entirety of their lives with their families, in their houses, and at work. In this metropolis, you'll find everything you could possibly need, including hospitals, schools, and businesses. But do you believe that this is a wise decision?
And this email comes in from a community member in Australia. She sent me a picture of your standard bag of chips or crisps in Ballarat in Woolworths Safeway. She said it is a bloody outrage because of the prices. Take a look at this. And before I go, here comes an email from a community member who owns and runs a truck stop out in California. She said, no fuel price rises to update you on, but I have another update for you. That should be a warning to everyone. First, a description of our area. Our town is all of three blocks by 6 blocks. We have an elementary school, a post office, and the truck stop. That's it. We are extremely rural, have much of our business from locals. We know most by first name. And those we don't recognize, we watch closely. She said, I got a call from my clerk. And what happened within the last hour? The start with this couple came in, and the mail headed to the walk-in cooler where we store our overstock of beer, and was opening the door. The clerk was extremely busy at the register, but can see the door from the register. She yelled at the guy, hey, you can't go in there. He continued saying, well, why not? And she hollered back again, and the guy threw a fit, throwing merchandise off the shelves as he left the store. As he left at a high rate of speed, he pulled out in front of a semi and almost got hit, followed by a few minutes later by a couple of teens being sent in the store with a $100 bill. The clerk, doing her job, informed the teens that the bill was not real and would not be returning it to them, that the law requires that we keep it, and inform the sheriff's office. They hightailed it out of the store and out of the station's parking lot. She said, I don't know if the two incidents are related. Strange that they happened within minutes of each other, but the warning I am sending out is the craziness is moving into the rural areas. Be alert, everyone. Things are spreading. Thank you, my love. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.